Welcome back to the channel. Today we dive into an exciting journey through the world of American wheat pennies as we explore the top 6 most valuable wheat pennies, looking at how different years, mint marks, and conditions can dramatically change a coin's worth. This episode is all about understanding why some pennies that look ordinary can actually be rare treasures, while others become legends in the coin collecting community. Let's get started. First up, the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark. A coin that has gained huge attention, massive collector interest, and unbelievable modern-day value potential. So sit back and enjoy this fascinating exploration as we uncover the history, features, rarity, and the booming market action surrounding this amazing coin. The 1946 wheat penny begins right after the end of World War II, a time when the United States Mint returned to producing copper coins after using steel in 1943 due to wartime metal shortages. The 1946 penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest mint in America and the heart of early U.S. coin production. These pennies hold tremendous historical importance because they represent the shift back to traditional copper alloy, symbolizing economic recovery and stability after the tough war years. Every collector knows that coins from this era carry strong historical weight, and the 1946 penny stands among them as a classic piece of American heritage. What makes this coin even more special are the unique features that set it apart. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny displays the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, which remains a symbol of strength and leadership. On the reverse side, the beautiful wheat ears stand proudly, representing American agriculture and prosperity. A 1946 penny in very fine condition still shows sharp details, clean lines, and strong textures, making it a highly desirable piece for collectors who appreciate the original artwork and craftsmanship of classic U.S. coins. The absence of the mint mark is also important because it confirms the Philadelphia origin, which many collectors actively seek due to the mint's long and respected history. The 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition holds a strong position in the market. While many pennies were made, finding one in truly very fine condition is far more challenging because most coins have heavy wear or damage from long years of circulation. Collectors today want sharp details, attractive surfaces, and coins that maintain their original beauty. That is why a well-preserved 1946 no-mint mark penny has become a high-demand item that continues to gain popularity and attention. Its age, condition, and historical significance combine to create powerful collector interest, making it a standout in the wheat penny series. In today's action-packed market, coin values are reaching impressive heights, and certain wheat pennies are even selling for thousands and sometimes millions of dollars depending on their grade, condition, and specific attributes. While the 1946 penny in everyday condition might be common, the very fine condition pieces are the ones buyers look for because they show quality and long-term investment potential. Collectors and investors are constantly searching for sharp examples, and high-grade wheat pennies are now commanding strong prices at auctions and private sales. With rising demand, increased interest in vintage U.S. copper coins, and the visible growth of the numismatic market, the 1946 wheat penny stands proudly among the coins that are receiving huge attention and value appreciation today. For collectors looking to build a strong wheat penny collection, a few helpful tips can make a big difference. Always choose coins with the best eye appeal because beauty and sharp detail are what increase desirability and long-term value. Keep your coins stored safely to protect them from damage, moisture, and scratches, as preservation is the key to maintaining their worth. Learning about historical background and minting details can also help you identify special varieties or higher value pieces. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned collector, adding a well-preserved 1946 no-mint mark wheat penny to your collection brings both historical richness and strong market potential. The 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition stands as a remarkable coin that shines with history, beauty, and increasing collector demand. With its meaningful background, iconic design, strong condition appeal, and today's rapidly growing market value, this coin has earned its place among the highly sought-after wheat pennies. If you ever come across one of these gems, hold on to it with pride, because the market continues to show immense interest and the future value potential remains incredibly strong. Next up, the legendary 1943 wheat steel penny without a mint mark, found in circulated condition but still carrying a presence so strong that collectors keep their eyes locked on it every time one appears. This little piece of steel is more than just a coin, it is a piece of wartime history, a symbol of American resilience, and a treasure that continues to generate massive attention in today's rapidly rising collector market where extraordinary examples of rare pennies can reach astonishing prices, sometimes even touching the $1 million spotlight when the right era or rarity enters the scene. The history and background of this coin take us back more than 80 years to one of the most intense and transformative moments in the world, the year 1943 during World War II. Copper was desperately needed for ammunition and military equipment, so the U.S. Mint made the groundbreaking decision to switch from copper to steel for penny production. This bold move created a unique chapter in American coinage, and the result was the famous 1943 steel cent, a coin that stands apart from every other wheat penny ever made. Its steel body, coated with zinc, gave it a brilliant silver-like appearance that amazed the public. Even today, when someone first sees it, they often think they're holding a silver coin. This historical shift, driven by wartime urgency, is what makes the 1943 steel penny a true standout. The 1943 steel penny is the only regular-issue U.S. 1-cent coin struck in steel, giving it a metallic shine unlike any other wheat cent. Its lightweight, its magnetic nature, and its distinctive color make it a coin that every collector instantly notices. The famous wheat stalks on the reverse, combined with the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, create an unforgettable contrast against the steel body. Even when found in circulated condition, these coins carry a powerful presence, because collectors value them not only for their design but also for what they represent: an era of sacrifice, innovation, and national unity. And because of its unique composition, no other penny feels or looks quite like it, adding to its continuing demand every single year. When it comes to rarity and condition driving collector demand, the 1943 steel penny rises higher than many people expect. While millions were made, time has taken its toll, and finding one in beautiful circulated condition that still carries strong surfaces and bold details is becoming harder every year. Collectors worldwide appreciate these coins because they symbolize wartime America, and many people search for the best examples they can find. But the real excitement comes from the rare variations and special pieces connected to 1943 production, which have taken the market by storm and pushed the value of certain 1943-related finds into jaw-dropping ranges, even reaching million-dollar levels when the coin involves an ultra-rare striking error or an unexpected metal composition. That energy around the 1943 series boosts the overall demand for every version of the coin and keeps the steel penny constantly in the spotlight. Today's market is hotter than ever, and interest in the 1943 steel penny continues to explode. Collectors around the world are rediscovering the charm, history, and uniqueness of this wartime masterpiece. Even circulated pieces attract attention, and whenever a special or extraordinary example appears at auction, the bidding atmosphere becomes electric. The fascination with this coin is so strong that the market keeps growing year after year, fueled by the legendary million-dollar sales of rare 1943 errors and by constant demand from new and veteran collectors. This is why the 1943 steel penny enjoys a powerful place in the modern coin world, respected, admired, and always watched closely by serious enthusiasts. For collectors who want to enter this world, there are several important tips to keep in mind. Always examine the surfaces carefully for strong wheat lines, readable dates, and clean details on Lincoln's portrait. Be sure to store the coin safely to prevent rust because steel can react if left exposed. And most importantly, learn to recognize the rare variations and errors associated with 1943 production, because special versions of this coin, especially transitional errors, are the ones known to ignite the market with massive value. Patience, knowledge, and careful observation are the keys to discovering treasures in this remarkable series. The 1943 wheat steel penny without a mint mark remains one of the most celebrated, sought after, and historically important coins ever produced by the United States. It stands tall in the world of collectors, carrying the story of wartime America, showcasing unique composition, and generating continuous excitement in today's expanding market where rare finds connected to this year still have the power to reach monumental values. Whether you are just entering the hobby or you have spent years studying coins, the 1943 steel penny is a piece that demands attention, admiration, and respect. Next up, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, found in dirty, worn, circulated condition yet still holding an extraordinary spotlight in the hobby. Even though it may look ordinary to the untrained eye, this coin carries a story that keeps collectors searching, dealers negotiating, and the market buzzing with excitement. So settle in as we explore how a simple copper coin from 1944 can spark such huge demand, dramatic speculation, and extreme attention in today's collecting world. To understand why the 1944 wheat penny continues to fascinate collectors, we need to step back into the wartime era of the United States. During World War II, copper was a critical material needed for ammunition and military equipment. That's why in 1943 the U.S. Mint famously switched from copper to zinc-coated steel for penny production. But in 1944, the Mint returned to using copper again, this time from recycled wartime shell casings. These recycled materials gave 1944 pennies their distinctive tone and historical energy. Every one of these coins is a piece of wartime America, struck when the nation was rebuilding strength and preparing for victory. The no mint mark variety was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest mint facility in the country, making it an essential part of U.S. coinage history. What sets this coin apart isn't just its wartime story but the unique qualities that collectors instantly recognize. Even in dirty, circulated condition, a 1944 wheat penny can reveal fascinating features like its bold wheat ears on the reverse, the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, and the warm copper tone created from recycled shell brass. The Philadelphia Mint struck these coins without a mint mark, giving them a clean, simple appearance that collectors appreciate for its authenticity and connection to the original design. Many circulated examples show deep character scratches, dark toning, soil stains, and years of handling, which gives the coin a seasoned, rugged look that some collectors love because it tells a story of its journey through decades of everyday American life. Although millions of 1944 pennies were minted, the demand for them remains high because collectors are constantly searching for examples with unique features, old patina, wartime toning, or rare errors accidentally produced by the mint. Condition plays a major role in value, and even a dirty, heavily circulated coin can attract attention if it holds special characteristics or comes from an interesting find. The combination of wartime history, large collector base, and endless fascination with Lincoln pennies keeps the 1944 no mint mark variety in steady demand, especially among new collectors who want to start their collection with a historically important coin. In today's market, dramatic stories circulate online about extreme prices and eye-catching auctions. While everyday circulated 1944 pennies don't realistically reach million-dollar sales, the excitement and hype around rare wheat pennies fuel strong collector interest. High-grade or error examples have brought impressive amounts in the marketplace, and that energy often inspires viewers to search their pocket change in old jars for hidden treasures. This level of excitement has made the 1944 penny one of the most talked-about coins among beginners and experienced collectors alike. Enthusiasts continue to speculate, share stories, and build enthusiasm around these wartime pieces, keeping their demand strong and their place in the hobby secure. For collectors looking to explore 1944 pennies, a few helpful tips can make the search more rewarding. Always examine the coin carefully under good lighting to check for unusual features, doubling, off-center strikes, or metal anomalies. Even a dirty circulated coin can hide surprising details once gently cleaned with safe, non-damaging techniques, or better yet, left naturally toned for authenticity. Store the coin properly in a protective holder to prevent further wear, especially if you suspect it may have unique characteristics. And most importantly, learn the history and context behind the coin, because understanding its wartime origin adds emotional value far beyond the physical metal. In conclusion, the 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark remains one of the most iconic and widely admired coins in American numismatics. From its World War II history to its recognizable copper glow and its ongoing popularity among collectors, this coin continues to capture the imagination of anyone who holds it. Whether it's dirty, worn, or freshly discovered in an old box, it carries a story that connects past generations to the present. Its demand stays high, its legacy stays strong, and its place in the world of collectible coins remains solid. Next up, the 1930 wheat penny without a mint mark, a coin that may appear worn, damaged, and heavily circulated, yet carries a reputation far bigger than its humble appearance. Even in very bad condition, this coin keeps drawing attention and pushing the imagination of collectors who dream of discovering hidden value in the most unexpected places. So settle in and enjoy this journey as we uncover why this coin still stands tall in today's highly competitive and highly demanding collector market. The 1930 wheat penny, we step into an era defined by economic struggle, powerful transitions, and major changes happening across the United States. The Great Depression cast a shadow across the nation, yet the U.S. Mint continued producing the iconic Lincoln wheat cent. The Philadelphia Mint, which did not place mint marks on its pennies at that time, struck tens of millions of these coins, but only a small percentage survived the following decades as society evolved, currency changed, and collectors grew more selective. Many of these coins lived a hard life in circulation, and that harsh journey is exactly what makes today's surviving pieces so interesting. Each scratch, dent, and worn-down detail tells a story of its 90-plus-year adventure through pockets, wallets, cash registers, and hands of history. Now let's move into the unique features that make the 1930 wheat penny stand out. Even in very bad condition, the coin still carries the classic wheat ears on the reverse, the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the clean, simple design that inspired generations of collectors. That early century craftsmanship is what gives the coin its charm. Its copper composition, its historical tone, and the warm, aged color created through decades of circulation all add to the personality that collectors admire. Some might see a damaged coin, passionate collectors see a survivor with authenticity, originality, and historical presence. And this is exactly why even low-grade pieces still manage to attract interest and energy in the collector world. This is where things get even more exciting. While the 1930 wheat penny is not the rarest wheat cent ever minted, finding one today in very bad condition that still maintains identifiable features is becoming tougher each year. Coins deteriorate, fade away, or get lost forever. As the collector market grows, demand increases, and the number of available early-century pennies shrinks. This imbalance between surviving supply and collector demand is what creates the modern sense of rarity. Even heavily worn examples benefit from this trend, because collectors who enjoy completing year sets or studying historical pieces often seek out all grades and all conditions. The value is not only in beauty, the value is also in history and scarcity. Today's market excitement. In recent years, the coin hobby has exploded with interest, with collectors paying high premiums for early wheat cents in auctions, private sales, and online bidding wars. While the typical 1930 wheat penny in very bad condition does not usually reach enormous prices, the buzz surrounding vintage coins has led to dramatic bidding spikes, rare misprints bringing unexpected headlines, and collectors pushing values higher than anyone predicted 10 years ago. It is this energy, this momentum, and this hunger for classic American coins that makes even a worn 1930 penny feel like it belongs in a spotlight. Stories of rare varieties selling for thousands or special condition pieces drawing massive attention create a fantasy and excitement that fuels the idea of million-dollar dreams in the coin market. And in this hobby, excitement often becomes opportunity, because you never know which coin might catch fire next in the hands of the right collector. For collectors who want to explore, enjoy, and potentially benefit from coins like the 1930 wheat penny, the best advice is simple yet powerful. Always handle your coins carefully, preserve them from further damage, and learn to recognize subtle features such as date clarity, minting characteristics, and signs of potential varieties. Even worn coins should be stored properly, because every bit of preservation helps maintain their place in the market. Study auction trends, follow collector communities, and stay engaged with the latest market news, because the strongest collectors are the ones who remain informed and passionate. A coin that looks ordinary today might be the centerpiece of a huge bidding moment tomorrow, and smart collectors position themselves to recognize those opportunities early. The story of the 1930 wheat penny without a mint mark proves once again that every coin has a journey, and every coin has value beyond appearance. Even in very bad condition, this piece carries the spirit of history, the energy of collectors, and the dream of striking something extraordinary from something simple. The demand for early wheat pennies continues growing, and the excitement surrounding them only becomes stronger with time. So keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep believing in the potential hidden inside every pocket find and every dusty drawer discovery. Next up, the mysterious and highly desirable 1919 wheat penny with the S mint mark. A coin that even in dirty, heavily circulated condition has captured the imagination of serious collectors who chase rarity, history, and massive value potential. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a powerful journey into a coin that many believe could spark bidding wars and reach unbelievable heights in the right auction setting. The 1919 S wheat penny, we enter a chapter of American coinage that carries the weight of a post-World War I nation finding its direction. Minted in San Francisco over a century ago, this coin represents economic transition, recovery, and the relentless rhythm of a country rebuilding itself. The 1919 S has always been a coin that symbolized a hard-working mint, delivering coins for public circulation at a time when the economy needed every cent to function. Because of its age and heavy use in everyday life, most examples rarely survive in strong condition today, which is exactly why even a dirty, worn piece becomes something special. It is not just a coin, it is a preserved slice of the American story. The 1919 S wheat penny apart are its unique features, which collectors love to examine closely. From the bold yet rustic portrait of Abraham Lincoln to the classic wheat ears on the reverse, the design delivers a timeless appeal. The S mint mark sitting beneath the date immediately sets this coin apart from the Philadelphia strikes and gives it an identity connected specifically to the historic San Francisco Mint. Even when the coin is dirty, stained, or extremely worn, those original design elements still have the power to tell a century-old story. Every scratch, every discoloration, every faded ridge is part of its long journey through countless hands and countless decades. This makes no two examples exactly identical, giving each 1919s its own personality and charm. The 1919s wheat penny stands proudly in the collector world. While millions were minted originally, time has taken its toll on most of them. What remains today is only a small surviving population, especially when talking about examples that still display clear details. Even dirty and heavily circulated pieces can ignite collector interest because they represent authentic historical survival. The demand for these coins comes from a combination of scarcity, age, and the passion of collectors who want to add every significant S-mint Lincoln cent to their sets. The 1919s is one of those coins that continues to rise in desirability because fewer and fewer high-quality or original condition examples appear on the market. That scarcity fuels excitement, and that excitement fuels value. The current market for rare wheat pennies has reached a point where collectors are willing to go to extraordinary lengths to secure the right piece. While not every coin sells for extreme amounts, the hype surrounding standout examples has led to sensational auction moments where unique varieties, exceptional conditions, or historically significant pieces have soared into astonishing price ranges. And that energy carries over to coins like the 1919s, especially when collectors believe a coin has unusual appeal, special toning, or long-term rarity potential. The world of numismatics is filled with stories of coins unexpectedly skyrocketing in auctions, and the 1919s, particularly when paired with the massive demand for early Lincoln cents, sits in a category where excitement can translate into impressive bidding battles, sometimes reaching levels that shock even seasoned collectors. For collectors looking to discover or identify a valuable 1919s wheat penny, there are a few essential tips to keep in mind. Always examine the mint mark carefully to confirm the authenticity of the S. Look at the coin's surfaces, even if dirty, and try to spot original details such as clear wheat lines, bold lettering, or a complete date. Dirty condition should never discourage you, because many rare coins have been found in dusty drawers, pocket jars, abandoned collections, or old metal boxes. The key is recognizing rarity when you see it. If you find one, store it properly, avoid cleaning it, and consider having it looked at by a professional grading service if you believe it has exceptional qualities. Even coins that appear rugged or deeply circulated have surprised collectors when examined by experts. The 1919s wheat penny in very dirty condition is not just another old copper coin. It is a chapter of American history, a survivor of time, and a symbol of the growing power of the rare coin market. Collectors around the world continue to chase this coin because it blends history, rarity, and the thrill of discovering something others may overlook. Whether found in a box of old change or purchased from an enthusiast's collection, the 1919s wheat penny carries a mystique that keeps rising year after year. So if you come across this rare treasure, treat it like the valuable piece of history that it is, because you never know when a humble-looking coin might become the next star in the numismatic world. Next up, the wheat penny from the year 1934 with no mint mark, a coin that even in very dirty condition has captured the imagination of collectors around the world. Its sudden surge in attention, dramatic market action, and soaring collector interest have pushed it into conversations where values rise into the realm of big money potential and high-stakes demand. So settle in, because this is one story you do not want to miss. The 1934 wheat penny. We must travel back to the early 1930s, a time when America was still recovering from the Great Depression. The U.S. Mint continued producing copper wheat cents, but the economic climate created fluctuations in production, demand, and circulation patterns. The 1934 penny with no mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest and most historically rich mint facility in the nation. These coins were meant to be the everyday currency of hard-working individuals, quietly passing from hand to hand through decades of history. The dirt and discoloration seen on many surviving examples today are not flaws, but proof of life, proof of use, and proof that these coins witnessed the rise of industries, changing times, and evolving generations. This historical weight gives the 1934 wheat penny a story that collectors genuinely admire. One of the most fascinating features of this coin is the purity of its design. The absence of a mint mark places all focus on the bold portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the clear wheat stalks on the reverse, and the strength of the original copper composition. Even when found in very dirty or heavily aged condition, the 1934 wheat penny carries a rugged charm that attracts collectors who value history in its rawest form. Many pieces reveal deep-toned surfaces, century-old grime, and striking wear patterns that make each coin visually unique. This individuality adds character and transforms even a low-grade piece into a conversation starter with remarkable visual appeal. The 1934 no-mint mark penny in poor or dirty condition may seem common at first glance, but the real rarity emerges in the demand, not just the supply. Today's collectors, YouTube audiences, and online marketplaces have pushed this coin into the spotlight, turning simple, circulated examples into highly desirable artifacts. The thrill of finding one, the appeal of its age, and the excitement of discovering a piece of pre-modern American currency have boosted the interest tremendously. Condition does influence value, but even the dirty and heavily used examples now carry collectible charm because they represent survival, originality, and authenticity. They have not been cleaned, polished, or altered, and collectors increasingly prefer untouched coins that tell their full story. The current market has become incredibly active, driven by rising attention on old wheat pennies and the dramatic headlines surrounding rare error coins, copper variations, and vintage American cents. While millions-dollar prices belong only to extraordinary special varieties and once-in-a-lifetime discoveries, the excitement around the 1934 wheat penny has nonetheless created a strong, energized market where collectors chase promising pieces, unusual examples, and coins with historic appeal. Because of this, sellers often receive surprisingly strong interest, and buyers compete for standout coins with rich eye appeal, natural aging, and long-preserved authenticity. Even very dirty examples from 1934 can gain attention simply because collectors love adding yet another classic wheat cent to complete sets and bulk collections, and the market momentum keeps the energy alive for collectors seeking tips. The most important advice is to appreciate originality. Avoid cleaning the coin, even if it looks very dirty, because untouched coins are more desirable and maintain long-term collector trust. Examine the date closely, check for any interesting wear patterns, and store the coin safely in a protective holder. Another powerful tip is to research auction trends, keep an eye on online listings, and join collector communities to stay updated on the fast-moving world of wheat pennies. The more informed you are, the stronger your position becomes when buying, trading, or selling. And most importantly, always value the historical and emotional appeal of each coin. This passion is what transforms ordinary finds into extraordinary treasures. As we reach the conclusion of this video, the 1934 wheat penny with no mint mark stands as a bold reminder that every coin has a story worth telling. Its journey through decades of history, its survival in very dirty condition, and its rising appeal in today's energetic market all combine to create a coin that shines with character, demand, and timeless charm. Whether you collect for profit, passion, or curiosity, this coin deserves attention, respect, and a proud place in any growing collection. Thank you for joining. Like, share us today, and remember that every coin in your hand might be the next treasure the world is waiting to discover.